All right, we are live, and I'm a bit early because I haven't invited Josh yet. So, if you're joining me now for the first time, welcome. Let me switch cameras. There we go. All right, we are in business. All right, copy invite link. I am Dr. Tom Having. You can just call me Tom, that's fine. And I love talking about consciousness and how it applies to money, health, wealth, relationships, and all of the above. And tonight we have a very special episode where I have assembled a whole list of guidelines pertaining to: is life a big experiment? Is life a big game? And we will find out what Josh has to say about some of this stuff. And I invite you to comment on it as well. Now, again, we're a little early, but here it is. Look at that. Okay. I'm going to change the title. So I appreciate you being with me during this time of setup. Is life just an experiment? Of consciousness. All right. There we are. And I will put it in the school group too for anyone joining us there. All right. No one's online yet. And so I am happy to entertain you with some jokes. Actually, I would rather talk about consciousness. I'm going to obviously have to cut this part out because, well, I'm just talking about nothing, but not for long. All right, I'll do the first one. When you remember you are the player, you are the awareness, not the avatar, stress becomes strategy. Ooh, pretty good one. I like that one. The avatar gets tired, triggered, and tangled. The awareness, the true self, observes, adjusts, and continues playing the game. And there he is. Happy Thursday, Josh.
Thursday.
Thursday.
Thursday. Yeah. What's going on, man?
Living the dream.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have tonight's is life just an experiment? Like
I like it. I seen that. Yes, I believe it is.
I have some fun quotes for you. If there's
Are
anything,
we on yet?
oh, we're on. We're live. I accidentally started it too soon, so it's been a lot of me battling about posting. But I got in the school group. We're good to go, man.
Yeah, I believe life is an experiment. And you know the best thing about it being an experiment is?
You don't have to take it so seriously.
Well, no, that means it's an experiment. So you get to try over and over and over again, right? Because that's the whole point of the experiment until you figure out what actually works.
Does
So
that
you're allowed to
mean?
actually fuck it up like all these times until you figure it out. Like, I mean, think about Thomas Edison, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
With the light bulb thing. Yeah.
He just figured out a whole bunch of ways it didn't work.
Like 20,000, 25,000 ways it didn't work until he kind of figured it out. Yeah. So I love it. I think it's perfect.
All right, here's one. Every moment is an experiment in consciousness, and your body is simply the avatar learning how to play.
Yeah, I just think we have. I think we're more than avatars. I believe there's consciousness, and with consciousness
That
is
that's
spirituality.
that's the player. The consciousness, the awareness, the soul, that's the only thing that's actually real.
Yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah,
these bodies, these glasses, these computers, they're all tools that we get to use in ways to communicate, but the only reality is the consciousness. Okay.
All
So the
right, go
body
for
and
it.
the mind feels the emotion, but you, the awareness, choose the meaning. That's how you level up.
Yeah, that one's a pretty deep one though. You have to kind of think about it to make it actually really make sense. You have to think about it. Read it one more time.
Your body and mind, mostly your body. Whenever I say body and mind, it just means Avatar, the body mind complex. I'll just call it Avatar because it's kind of fun. Or I'll say body and mind so it's not confusing. Your body mind avatar feels the emotion, but your true self chooses the meaning. That's how you level up.
Yeah, and when we run ourselves off of pure emotion, I think we can all say that. Boy, that's when we make some of the biggest mistakes. Right. So
For
when we
sure.
run off our emotional side, we got to get deep in and like, what's the meaning and what's the purpose and where we're going. Don't run off just pure emotion, like, oh, well, if I do this, it will make me happy. No, first you have to decide to be happy and then you can level up to being happy. Right.
I 100% agree. And I know that most of my learning experiences, aka F ups, failures, and downward spirals, have become they were started by an emotional response, a emotional reaction, or a reaction I just made automatically without consulting my awareness, my true self, my soul,
Yeah.
the Christ within, God, the Christ conscious.
However you want to say it, or just searching and asking questions within yourself and calming down.
Calming down. That's how we.
I can say that me personally in my past, my experience, like, boy, there's some times I should have done that, you know. um, and yeah,
But even
so
if we don't, we still. I mean, it's still just an experiment in a game. It's not.
well, we fucked up that time, and we learned a different way not to do it. So let's try a different way this time. Joshism. There you go.
This whole lifetime is spiritual R&D, research and development. Every moment gives you data about who you are becoming.
Right, and you also get a chance to mess up or to fix the mistakes you messed up on last time. Right, it hadn't ended yet, so if you messed up there, then it's time to. Oh, that didn't work, so let's not keep repeating the same mistake over and over and over.
And if we do keep doing the same mistake over and over, it's my view that the universe gives us even more direct reminders and course corrections, punches in the mouth, punches
And
in
it
the
gets harder and harder and harder, right?
Mhm.
Like, yeah, you know, uh, you know, yeah, you don't get grounded anymore. You get your ass whooped at some point until you really learn it.
Yeah.
you know, yeah, yeah, and it does that because I'm just going to say God loves us or spirit loves us and they want us to correct us in the right way. We just need to get down and to start to listen to that better.
That is the truth.
Just
Everything
like we
that
love our children, right? And or our pets, I don't want my dog to run out into the road, because I don't want him to get hit by a car. I want my kids to do their homework because I want them to learn. I'm not trying to be a mean, but there needs to be some repercussions so
that's
that
the
you can
God
be
within
led
you.
in the right way.
That's the God within you expressing love to your pets, children, and what have you.
Even if it seems hard. Yeah. Yeah. So,
Life is not a test. It is an infinite open world game designed to teach you how to share your light.
Mm.
And when I say light, it's consciousness, soul, the
No,
light.
no, 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 no. I get that, but also I have to say life is somewhat of a test. That's how I look at it.
Tell me more.
Well, so if I've messed up or I haven't listened, then at that point in time I failed the test and I need to do better, right? So not everybody gets a trophy at the end, um, but you keep going over and over and over. It's a test you get to retake, but I do kind of believe it's a test with consequences, whether they're good consequences or bad. You're going somewhere, so how is it not some sort of test?
Who decides whether you pass or fail then?
How you feel, how the outcome came up, how your soul feels when you're done at the end of the day. Did you do that thing right or did you do it wrong? As you look back on it, you know, is that the way you would do it again? So I do feel like it's a test,
But it sounds like you're testing yourself.
all the time. And I want to do better and better and better. And then don't get hung up on the fact that I failed last time on the last test 30 seconds ago. I can do better this time. Right. And then I'm going to learn from that mistake last time. And then hopefully I get a better grade. So
It's just an ongoing flow of doing something, getting data back, and doing something again, getting data back. And the only way we fail is if we quit.
yeah. Yeah. So I do think life is a test with consequences and everything. That's how I personally believe. It's not that it's a bad quote, but I don't live my life that way. So I'm not going to just agree to it because somebody wrote it.
I wrote it.
Oh, well, I think it's a good one.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
they're meant to start a little conversation. They're not meant to be the gospel.
There you go. I like it.
Every reaction is just an experiment. Every choice is just another move. Nothing is final. Everything is feedback.
I think that's exactly what we're talking about right
Yeah.
now. Yeah. Yeah. So that
Ooh, here's a good one. Once you realize that this life is an experiment of consciousness, you stop trying to win and you start trying to wake up.
mm,
Mm.
I don't know. We've talked about this before, and this is something that I struggle with personally because I always want to win. Right? Even if it hurts me, I think sometimes this is my personal struggle. And then where I can say, like, I can look at other people and say, like, they're just happy being them, just doing their thing. And I can look at that and be like, oh my gosh, good for you. Man, I can't do that because I always feel like there's more for me and I haven't made it there yet. So that's a good one. That's a deep one.
Do you believe that the one is all and the all is one and we're all connected under the same God consciousness?
I believe that there is definitely power in a group consciousness,
Mm-hmm.
you know? So like the more people that see something or go something, then the accesses of the spirit will make it that way. So one person can believe hard enough, I guess, that to make those things happen. But if you get 1,000 people believing in the same thing, it's definitely going to happen that way. And if it's 1,000,000 people, it's going to happen even faster, you know? And then you don't have to have as much faith or strength in that decision, in that consciousness to get you to that point. And that's why the group masses actually tend to go that way. And then it's harder for people that are doing it by themselves within themselves to make those things happen.
I agree in the power of the collective consciousness and the collective groups of people all thinking, praying, intending, feeling for a certain outcome, whether it be good, bad, negative, positive. It definitely has power. But the light in me sees the light in you.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
light, The
So
light
that makes
team.
2. So now that's 2, and then whoever's watching this is 3, and then 4, and then 8, and then 16, right? And then the more we all do that, it's kind of like it's putting out fire with fire. The light keeps growing, and if we're all moving in the same direction, that's why armies and militaries, and especially like special units that train together for the same mission, can do impossible fucking things. That, like, you can't just take like 8 people, or 4 people, let's say, for a fire team, and then randomly, and they're not going to complete the mission. But you take 4 people from a fire team from SEAL Team 6, and they're like, oh my gosh, how did those guys even do it? It wasn't because of one of them. It's because they are a team moving in the same, completing the same mission, and no matter what, they're going to make that happen together.
But what about the SEAL team guy that he's off on leave and he sees the homeless guy that just stole a bunch of stuff? Does the light in him see the light in the homeless guy? How about you? You see a homeless guy, or you see someone that just did an unthinkable crime? I don't know, wouldn't even say the unthinkable ones. We all know what the most unthinkable ones are. Yeah. Does the light in you see the light in them still?
No.
What turns it off?
I seen an unthinkable crime, and I'm going to correct it as fast as possible.
Correct it, but do you still see the light in the person, the consciousness in the person who did the crime?
I see the darkness that they created in my head.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't want it. So I will put their little light out that they have because they've created so much darkness.
Okay.
Is that a fair way to say that on YouTube?
Well, if it's what you believe, it's fair.
That's 100% what I believe. Yeah.
Can you see the light in them while you're taking their light out?
I'm not looking for that. So
okay, so that's it. When we don't look for it, we don't have to see it.
Right. 100%. 100%.
We don't even see it with our physical eyes as much as we sense it with our soul, spirit, true self. Or
now, hold on. To go the other way with that question, because I think that was a little baited. If I'm standing in line and I see somebody that's struggling, and they're $10 short on them buying some groceries and some ramen noodles, and they're doing the best, I promise you, I'm the first one to whip out $20 or $10 or pay for their gas or something. You know what I mean?
You sees the light in the people that are in need, but the light in you doesn't really see the light in people who are doing atrocious crimes against humanity, women and children.
So I would say, instead of that being a bad thing, like maybe society would like me to think about that, oh, well, you're just a cruel person or whatever. Maybe it's just I'm so much looking for light in other people that I only see people that are giving off light.
Dude, I mean, I didn't bait that question at all, because there may be a million people that say, yes, I see the light in other people. Yet when they walk by somebody on the street, they don't make eye contact and smile. It's like they look away. They won't just give a smile. And it's like, I wonder if people are aware that there's one light we share. And by, like, if you and I exchange respect, love, kindness, joy, it amplifies it.
Right. But I think that if somebody's giving off light actually internally, or the what would you call it? The frequency of light, right? So you don't even see it. It's just a frequency. Then you feel it. So you walk by somebody, they don't look, they don't smile, they don't say anything. And then for something inside of you, you say, good morning, or here, I'll hold the door for you, or excuse me, I'm sorry. Maybe those kind of people can actually feel it within each other. And then that's how the light continues to grow. So even somebody's having a bad day, it doesn't make them a bad person.
Yeah, for sure. And I think that we have hardware, even what you call the third eye, the pineal gland, and like the different energy processing centers. And I think hardware is probably the wrong word. We have capacities and abilities in our body to feel the frequency of other people. Like, we can feel it without them saying a word, if we are aware and not too caught up in our own mind and thinking.
Yeah. Yeah. So and then I think if we're consciously looking for the light in other people all the time, we will be drawn to people with light. So then to go back to your question, people with darkness, I just don't even care to associate with.
Mm-hmm.
I just stay away. So then if they're doing horrific things, then I really don't care. That's
I,
just me.
I I would prefer not to be in the same sphere of location or energy as anybody there. I'm not looking to look at see the light in child molesters. I'd rather just not be around them because I don't know that I am that evolved or capable yet of seeing the light. It's just I'm like, I just not seeing it. So I'm not there yet. But
Yeah, me neither. And hey, this is just an honest conversation. And
good old
yeah,
Jesus was.
huh?
Good old Jesus was.
Yeah, well, that's why he's a teacher, and I'm not ready to lead the class yet. So,
Yeah. Good one, man. When you get curious instead of critical, your whole life becomes an enjoyable experiment.
yeah, that's a good
Ju-
one.
Judgment, me, analyzing, me, describing, me, labeling, these are things that cause my brain overactivity and cause me to be less aware because my mind's thinking about stuff that doesn't even need to be thought about.
See, I'll hash back a little on that one. I agree for the most part, and then maybe we just think about the same words in a different way. I think like judgment, judging your friends, your people, your family, the people you allow around you on their actions and who they are, is like a safety mechanism. Because if
Oh,
you
that's
keep
deciding.
letting that all in there and around it, then maybe you're the best in your little group. And if you're the best in your little group, then you probably need to find a new group to go hang out with. Like, because otherwise you don't have anywhere to grow, right? And so I think that's just like a caution light. It's like, oh man, okay, well, you're a good person, but you're not happy. You failed 3 marriages and your kids don't talk to you and you're fucking broke. You're probably not going to be my best friend. You can be a good guy, but
But that's deciding. That's assessing it once and making a decision. Done.
yeah,
But if your mind's contemplating it all day long, thinking about it, judging it, labeling it, and no decision is made, no action is made, for me, that's a lot of wasted mind attention.
yeah, that's why but I think that's our conscious or subconscious is telling us, like giving us a warning. I mean, you can still be nice and associate, and then maybe you're wrong and prove me wrong. That's what I would say. Prove me wrong. But
And then
for
have that
some
difficult
reason, something in my brain is saying, caution, beware, you know?
And if we have the courage to have that difficult conversation with that person and say, hey, I'm not feeling you right now because of this, this, and this. Prove me wrong and give them that opportunity. And you just, yeah, dude, that's powerful right there. But that's a decision and that's action. And that's not us just running a whole bunch of stories in our head.
Oh, yeah. I mean, why waste your time, your energy worrying about some POS, right? I don't care who they are or what they are. But if that's what you're thinking already, don't judge, don't say whatever. Let them live their life. You live yours to your best of your ability. And if they're part of that, then they will be part of it. If they're not, then they won't be.
Fair enough.
They'll live in their own bubble.
This one's really easy, but I'm going to do it anyway. The deepest spiritual, metaphysical mastery is learning to play the game with joy, not fear.
Yeah.
That's like easy. That's like, yeah, that one's, I mean, joy is our birthright. Joy is our natural state. And we get into fear so easily sometimes.
Did you write this?
Yeah.
I like it. I think if I was just to tweak it just a hair, is like learning to play the game without fear of losing.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Because if you're playing it just for pure enjoyment, it really doesn't matter. And you're going to come out and you're going to win on top. You're going to win right where you're supposed to be. Something like that. I don't know. I'm not a very good author. But yeah.
create space for natural joy. Yeah, I'll it's just I've just a little document right there. I call my guidelines. I have a whole bunch of them, but I wrote some about
I like it.
playing the game. All right, here comes the next one. Nothing is wasted. Every moment is part of the training. Every experience calibrates the avatar for more light, for more consciousness, connection with God.
I agree. Same thing we've been talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Everything I've already said, everything you've said, yeah.
Oh yeah, forgive the redundancy. There may be some. You are the consciousness in the controller. The body is how you express your current level of light on the field.
So, in theory, what you're saying is you are the consciousness that you create.
Yes. Well, you have
You can create whatever you want your consciousness to be, right? Because if it's flowing, it's always moving. So then you create it to where you, right?
consciousness is the creator, but you can decide what level of consciousness you're creating it from. But that's like the energy without words. That's the energy we're talking about now, that consciousness. That's the light we share.
Yeah. I mean, that's us being 2,000 miles apart. And then, like, we can almost finish each other's sentences. And then we can even not talk for a week, get on their freaking call, and then we're on the same fucking page.
Same consciousness. We're sourcing the same infinite intelligence.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
all of us are.
Huh?
All of us are.
Oh.
Every human has this opportunity to source consciousness and just decide to be the light instead of looking for the darkness.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And if you go looking for the darkness, you'll find it.
And I like Common Life. I just reread this book. This is a great metaphysical book written by this woman that I don't know how she knew so much. It's like right up there with the Bible, man. I'm not kidding. It's right up there with Neville. It's right up there with all the great teachers. It's called The Game of Life and How to Play It by Florence Scovel Shinn. And it's just like, life's a game. And it's our energy that's dictating what kind of game we get to play and how we experience it. Here's one here. The moment you stop resisting the game, the moment you stop resisting what happens, the game opens hidden pathways you couldn't see before.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah. You know, and it's kind of like once you stop trying to write the rules for the game, like, oh, I want it to go this way and I want this to happen and I need this to happen for that. And then you just like let it flow in. Then it's like, oh my God, there's a whole new board over here.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
That happened to me this week. This week, something amazing. I mean, it's just like I couldn't have planned it. I've decided with my weight loss that I'm going to start offering GLP-1s, like Ozempic, semaglutide. So I know someone that is in a doctor's network, which will make it so the people I give it to can get it for 30% off, and they'll have it's just a good deal. So I reach out to him. He reaches out. We get on a call. An hour into the call, they're offering me a position with this Dr. MD network to reach out to the gyms and be the distributor from them to gyms to get them all on board with a higher commission than I've made in my entire life.
Good. That's awesome, man. Good for you, bro. Good for you.
We're talking, obnoxious commission I've never done before with a product I understand and a client base I understand, and all because I wanted to offer GLP-1s. I reached out to someone. This happens.
Yeah. And then look how bad and stressed out you've kind of been, and you've been great, but you've been stressed. You've been learning.
Sure. Money is a tough one to let flow for me. I've not mastered that yet.
Yeah.
When money's tight, it constricts my awareness. It does. I'm very aware. Like I have to consciously remind myself, I am the awareness that is aware of this current situation. and at the level, but I have to like go into a safe orbit and become the awareness. And I literally was, it all happened in a matter of 9 minutes because I'm like, you know what? I am going to do the GLP-1s because this research, new
Yeah.
research has come out that doesn't have long term, and it'll help people a lot, accelerate it. And so I reached out right away, and he reached back right away, all of an
Yeah.
intuition. It was just like bam, 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 bam.
That's awesome, man.
Dude, it
See
was,
how it's just, and but also we've been doing this for months, right?
I've been doing this my lifetime. It's like, this is what I do. It's
Oh
like,
no, 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 no. I'm not even talking about that. I'm saying what's changed. Like it's better than ever. It's more, it's more abundance. It's an opportunity. And then your life has taught you all these skills along the way to be able to do this, to take that opportunity. And you and I've been on these Zooms, these calls once a week for months now.
about a
And
year.
then look at the fucking opportunity that's gonna be put in our lap, put in your lap. And I'm so fucking happy for you, bro.
Thank you.
Awesome. Yeah. I know you're gonna crush it.
And
Yeah.
it was because I wasn't thinking about myself or what to do. I was literally thinking about how I could help my clients faster and offering that to them. And it was a moment of like expansion awareness and not constriction. Oh, well, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? I better hustle. I better hurry. It was more of like, hey, let's give this a go. It was it was really just curiosity and flowing with it. And not my usual, hey, I better get this funnel right. I better get this offer right. I better get this right. And like everything right. So it'll work. Oh, what's not working? Oh, it was more like, hey, let's just see how this goes. And
You
all of
know,
a sudden, bam, bam, bam.
you know what it sounds like to me? It was your subconscious.
No, it's just, yeah, it's
Yeah, it
literally,
was you didn't think about it. It's just like, oh, well, duh. And then it just happens. But you had the awareness to listen to your subconscious at that particular moment in time where that guy could pick up the phone and he probably had the right people around him, and then you had the right conversation. Because 2 days before he had a different conversation, and then you were aware of the world, the energy that was putting out to you without you knowing it. You didn't think about it. You didn't plan it. That's what I'm saying. You
and
can't
I was
write the
like blown
rules.
as it was happening. I was like, what the F? I'm
Yeah.
being offered an amazing position right here. And I was just thinking I might need to get a sales job again to make ends meet. And all of a sudden this one popped. It was fun. It's been fun. Like I had a call today with them and all the partners. And even though I'm like, feel like this is a gift from God, I said, hey, I'm going to review all the materials and I'm going to get back to you today with tomorrow with my answer. Because I
Right.
didn't want to not do. I just, and also I want to set myself up to succeed for it because yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah.
And I think you're right too. I believe we have our subconscious, which has a lot of old programs running, but we also have our super conscious. When we're open to it, it's going to feed that information to the subconscious. And like you said, if we pay attention to it with our thinking mind, something great happens. So all three have to kind of align for a while to make this
Yeah,
stuff
because
happen.
we can't see that line in the universe or that we just got to kind of trust our gut or whatever you want to call it. It's like that moment in time, like you just got a sign, and you have to be aware of yourself and in your internal self. And the more you are of that, then the better off you're going to be, because you're going to align with somebody else's line of path. The other things in the universe will align. If we can keep trying to write the map that we think that we need to go, we're going to get lost.
We
You know?
just need to know who we are being, what we're going towards, and the how and everything else kind of the universe takes care of it for us.
Yeah, 100%. I agree with that. Yeah.
I
So
got to experience it.
yeah, yeah, and then now looking back and us talking about it, you're probably even seeing it more. Like you didn't even think, like you just said, I didn't even think about it. No, because remember a few months ago, I was talking about the door handle and how we train our brains, or a light switch. Like if I took your light switch in your bedroom and I turned it upside down and then I put the cover back on,
It would take
every
me a
time you walk
while
into
to get
your
it.
bedroom, it would piss you off because you turn it the wrong way, right? Because we don't even think about it, right? Even if you know it, you walk in like, oh, that thing's upside down. That's that subconscious. We've learned it so many times over and over and over until we retrain our brain to do it.
And that's awareness. That's when we decide to become the awareness that is aware of what we're about to do or what we normally do or what we usually do, and we choose to do it differently because some intuitive hit is telling us, hey, do this instead.
Right. And it can be something like, oh, I was nice to this person 3 years ago or 3 months ago or 3 days ago. And then you come to find out it's like, oh my gosh, there's such an opportunity and connection to actually make something happen with no intention of doing something like that. Right.
And it was true. I had good rapport not only with the person that I reached out to, but also with his partner.
And you didn't know, did you?
I did not know who his partner was. I had no idea.
Right.
And when I got on the call with them all today, they're like so excited to bring me on board.
Yeah.
I'll be the gym distribution strategist, which is a very fancy name for high ticket sales.
Okay. I like it.
All right, here's another one.
All right.
Every moment, we're going to switch now into consciousness and reality without the game and the experiment part. Every moment already holds a version of you that is free and has what they desire. The question is, which version are you feeding with your attention?
Kind of same thing we've already talked about. Yeah. I mean, yeah, like it's a good thought process, but it's the same thing. Which one are you feeding? What kind of energy are you putting in it? There's going to be your outcome.
My teacher coach, his name is Yuki, told me on Monday, stop giving attention to the lack. You're giving so much attention to what's lacking and what's not there. What happens when you give attention to what you actually desire? And I'm like, I know he's right, but in the midst of it, doesn't feel very natural. And I just decided at that moment, I'm doing what I know is right, even though it doesn't feel natural. And this week's been much better.
Yeah. So let's see. You ever like whatever you focus on, like if you're on the balance beam or whatever, right? Or you're riding your bicycle when you're a kid, and then you start looking off to the left or to the right, and there's a big bushes over there or a tree.
You hit it.
You hit it, bam, right into it, right? And so whatever you're staring at, whatever you're focused on. So if you're focused on like, oh my gosh, I don't have enough to eat. I don't have this. I don't have that. That's it. But if you're like, boy, this can of beans is really good tonight. I can't wait till I'm eating fucking steak with these motherfuckers. Like, and then next thing you know, you'll have a piece of steak, right?
Dude,
and
that's
then
the universal law. When you're grateful for what you already have, more comes.
yeah, because if you can't handle what you already have, whatever that is, if you can't handle that, why would the universe give you more?
Yeah.
Right?
There's a scripture about that too. To the person who has little, it will all be taken away, and for the person who has much, more will be given.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I couldn't handle. Yeah, if you can't handle what you already have, why would the universe, God, give you more if you can't handle what I've already given you?
And if you're not grateful for what you already have,
yeah, 100%. Or it might knock your ass down to where you ain't got nothing, so that next time you will be grateful for everything. Those lessons learned, right, to lead you in that right direction. To lead you to where to be the person that you can be. Just because you failed at once or twice, those were just the learning opportunities. That's the experiment until you get to be the light bulb to shine the light. Just don't give up along the way.
Here's an extension of what we're already talking about. Most problems dissolve when you stop giving them emotional rent money. Pendulums only survive off your energy. A pendulum's when it swings to the good, swings to the bad, swings to the good, swings to the bad.
Yeah. Don't let problems live rent free in your head. You'll be stuck there. They won't move out. unless you
And
kick
if
them
you're
out.
giving the problems attention, you're paying rent because your
Yeah,
attention is your highest currency.
yeah. You know, you can take that and put it however you want to, but yeah, 100%. And then you're right. Most of the time, it's like, oh my gosh, I couldn't do this. I can't do that. I need, and then so you get real good. Like you probably see it in the workout world all the time, or like for the first 3 weeks, somebody is, or month or 3 months, and they're just awesome. They're in the gym. They're counting their calories. And then they just burn out, and then now they're eating Domino's and Doritos, and it just went for it's like because they didn't have time to do anything else. There wasn't a balance in there. Usually like if it swings this way real hard, then it's going to go back that way twice as far.
It has to find the middle part where that's their
Yeah, where
new
it can just sit there and click like a clock.
baseline. All right,
Yeah.
here's a good one. The impossible path usually opens the moment you stop needing it to. Releasing attachment and importance is the master key.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But if you ever wanted something so bad, you're holding on to it so tight, and it seems like the more you just want it and hold on to it, the harder it seems to get.
Have you ever done one kind of the same, just opposite, where when you finally let it go?
It happens.
Or a new path happens and you like don't think about it again for like 10 more years.
Dude, that's
And
just
you're
what
like, oh
happened
my
to me.
gosh, I remember when I used to want this, and it's like, okay, what was I thinking?
When
You
I
know?
said I do not know how, I don't know, I don't understand why this is happening to me now, but I trust you, God, that it's all unfolding for my greatest good and the greatest good of others. So I've let it go, even though it doesn't make any sense, God. But I'm letting it go to you. Turn it over, and then bam, I had an opportunity just get customized for me and put on my plate for me.
Yeah. No.
But it was after I gave
Yeah,
it to
you
God.
stepped right in it, didn't you?
What's that?
You stepped right in it, didn't you?
Well, that could be taken two ways. Because I know when I step in dog shit, I'm like, I should have seen that.
Well, the same thing about your opportunity. I should have seen it. You stepped right in it. Like it's there. It's all over you. What are you gonna do with it? Yeah. Yeah.
Your future paths, our future paths, are already built in the quantum field, in the alternative space. Awareness, our level of awareness, that's what chooses what track we step onto, what timeline we step onto.
Yeah, I don't know. I've heard a lot about all this stuff, like where there's like 30 different us versions of us, like right now, and who chose what, and um, I don't know. I think I'm more of the I can make my own destiny by my choices kind of person.
You're the only one that makes your destiny.
Yeah, yeah. So I don't believe like my future is written in the stars.
I
You know,
don't either.
so
I think the decisions we're making right now are creating our next moment and our next days. And that's why when you start thinking and feeling and acting different, you don't always see the results right away. It takes a gestation period for it to show up in the outside world.
yeah, oh well, yeah, yeah. And so if you're focusing on bad and horrible and lack of anything, that's what shows up. When you start focusing on abundance and happiness and smiles and love, then that's what shows up.
You get more of that.
Yeah.
And here's how I think the timelines work. I think that the movies and people talk about it, they portray it in a way where it's all already happening. Like there's a version of you that's doing this and this, living on a boat, has a mansion. No, I don't think that version exists until our consciousness is in that version. Our consciousness is the key. Like when our consciousness expands, it starts living that version. But until then, that version is just waiting for you.
Yeah. That's getting pretty deep. I don't usually go that far, but yeah, I mean, to each their own on that. I think that what's it say? God knew us before we was ever born or something, before he ever put you in your mother's womb, and everything's kind of been decided. But I think we still get to write our own destiny.
I believe
We can change our own stars,
I think we make a deal before we come down. Okay, here's my soul blueprint. I'm gonna have these strengths, these challenges, and this mission to carry out. But what we do after that's up to us.
Yeah, I mean, and yeah, we have our free will. Yeah, and but then we can go back into the whole like what would that's conscious, like 1,000 people, a million people all agree onto one thing, and then that's kind of what helped changes it.
Yes.
Right, like we can't just say it like right now today. No, because it's actions, it's built up, and then it's the 1,000 people running towards that one thing.
There's a theory that if every person in the world quit believing in gravity, then gravity would not have the power it does.
But would gravity still have the power? It's just because we are all spiritual beings, then we could defy the gravity.
Well, if you think of a magnet, if a magnet does just that, if something's magnetized and you hold it, it defies gravity and comes up to it.
Yeah, so the gravity would still actually exist. It's just that our conscious or our unconscious, our spirits don't have gravity.
Our spirits can become more powerful than that because our spirits are conscious.
Yeah.
It's our ability to consciously create.
Which could come through with some historical proof to that, and that would be, is it the Manhattan Project
With all the nuclear stuff?
No, it's not the Manhattan. Hold on. It's the Nikola Tesla did it, and he made a boat disappear, a Navy vessel. And then when it showed back up after whatever, there were literally sailors, U.S. Navy sailors, stuck, embedded like halfway through in the metal of the ship.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because he bent the, oh shit, what's it called?
Yeah, look at,
huh?
Are you sure it's Nikola Tesla?
Yeah, it was Nikola Tesla.
That guy understood energy.
That, okay, it's okay, I'll have to look it up too. Dadgummit.
He has a great quote. Oh yeah.
Which project is this? It's not the man. It's the.
He did it at a radio-controlled boat at Madison Square Garden.
No, he did a full-size Navy ship, and sailors came back. It's all documented.
Yeah, a mind directed with consciousness is very powerful.
Yeah.
The Philadelphia experiment.
That's it. There it is. Ah.
It says it's a claim that the Navy attempted the alleged outcome.
Uh-huh.
According to witnesses and later retellings, it reappeared miles away, and when it returned, several sailors were disoriented or mentally unstable, physically burned, or allegedly partially fused into the ship's mental structure.
So
this is the image that burned itself into collective imagination. The Navy is denied that anything like that, teleportation or phasing, occurred.
So if we all believe in something, can the impossible happen?
That is a very profound metaphysical question. My answer is yes. My answer is yes.
Yeah. So, and then, yeah, there's a whole lot to it. This isn't a history channel, and I didn't do no research on it. It's just something in my head. Like, so things that are impossible are actually possible.
if we believe it to be so, and if enough people believe it and believe it with all their might, I believe that everything is possible. Do you
Yeah.
realize?
Yeah. So like,
Dude, that's nuts.
yeah. Um, yeah. So same thing like, back in the 30s or 20s or whatever, or the 50s and the 60s, and they were talking about flying cars. Do we have that opportunity now? Are we not carrying supercomputers in our pockets? When they were just cartoon characters, and then you show the cartoon enough, and all these kids think about, oh my gosh, I want to see FaceTime like they did on the Jetsons, and then now we just have
Yep.
it like we're doing
Yep.
now. So
And,
is that
and
not maybe the collective mind making all these things
imagining it,
happening?
and then making it so. Yep, it's 100% what it is.
Yeah, yeah,
All right, light sharing. Every person you meet is sharing light with you, even when they do not know they are. Your awareness determines the quality of the exchange.
100%.
We're all sharing
Some
light,
people
man.
can see it better than others, but yeah, yeah, 100%.
Light sharing is the art of giving what you wish you had and receiving what you forgot was already yours.
Yeah,
That's powerful. Give love when you want love, and suddenly you start receiving love in unexpected ways.
I think that would be wisdom, though.
Well, I think anytime you embody these spiritual truths, that's the definition of wisdom.
No, when wisdom is when you have the it's not the knowledge, but the will to accept it. Like you can see the truth all day long, but if you don't believe in it, then it makes you kind of
That's
stupid,
that's
right?
what I
Like,
mean by embody it. It's like you don't only know it in your brain, but you actually act it out in your actions and what you do each day.
well, but if I know the stove is hot, but I touch it anyway, right? Like, so I know something and it's gonna be hot. I know that, and I can still touch it if I want to, and it's gonna burn my fingers, right?
I would call that just common sense.
Well, hold on, but I was just breaking it down Barney style here. So I can still do it, right? But the wisdom says, "Hey, dumbass, you've done that before, and it's going to hurt for 3 fucking weeks." You know. So the conscious decision, I can see the light on the stove, fire hot, don't touch it, and I can say, "Well, I don't care," and I touch it anyways and burn my fingers. The wisdom in me says, "Don't do it." You know what I mean? I can still make a conscious decision to touch it,
I think
even though it
wisdom
is
is bigger
okay.
than that. I think wisdom is listening to your intuition that you've gained through experience and putting that into action on a daily basis through the way you live your life.
Or is it knowing how to listen to your intuition? Because sometimes you need to
Yeah.
listen and say, like, don't do that because of this. Like, and then making those differentiations, those, that to me,
Dude,
that's
I think
wisdom.
that's a good one. Wisdom is being able to listen to your intuition, to hear your intuition.
And yeah, like that's wisdom. Like, it's like, well, just because otherwise you're just out there in the world just floating like a feather wherever the wind blows.
Yeah, dude. I like that. Wisdom is the ability to listen and hear your intuition and then take action on it.
Have a conversation with yourself. Like, then where's it really taking you? Because maybe you're like, oh no, I've done that before. It hurt last time. And then your subconscious is like, oh no, we're going to do it and make it happen this time. Like, I don't know what it is, but that's wisdom. It's like having the conversation with yourself. And the
Dude, you're gonna love
spirituality.
this one.
All right, go for it.
When two people share presence without armor, the light between them becomes intelligent. It guides the next step for both.
Yeah. Yeah. Kind of when you open yourself up and you really share both intelligences, That's how the world goes. Yeah, with no expectations of anything, just greatness in both. When we can spread that to everybody and we all truly believe that, I promise if we could get 10 motherfuckers together, 10 people with great attitudes, intelligence, and wisdom in the world, all 10 of those people, if they really believe in that, would be millionaires in the, I don't know, 5 years, 3 years.
You're talking about when Napoleon Hill calls a mastermind.
You're making a mastermind. It's a beehive. Yeah, like, but no, we all have these demons, these little creatures inside of us. Like, well, I worked harder than you, or I did this more, or maybe that'll happen. I'm not a fucking communist, so one guy is working harder, and then that's why we don't do it. But man, if we 1,000 people get together with the same goal, the same mission in mind, there's no stopping it.
It changes the whole frequency of
sure does
that whole country, that whole area, for sure.
Yeah.
But it has to be, you're right, it has to be with pure intention and transparency and not hidden agendas and hidden judgments.
Yeah, and that's what we all do, right?
Yeah.
I wish I was better at it, but it's just what it is, or if I'm not, then I'm just going to expect somebody else is. So, which kind of fucks up the whole thing. That's why.
Dude, that's very true. I might be doing it right, but I know that guy's not.
Right. Yeah. Otherwise, the North Koreans would be like the best country in the world to live in, right? Like, they'd have to put up a border wall to keep people out.
Because they're all singing the same song and vibing.
No, it's because the leader's like, oh, well, I'm doing all this or whatever. Or the people are working their asses off thinking like this is the best the world has to offer, right? But the fat guy sitting up top, it's like, hell, it's all good for me.
Is he what is it? Is he president or is he king?
Bro, he's no, it's neither one of those. It's
I know his name's like Dooku Kim or something like that.
Kim Jong-un, and he would be the. It's not emperor. I'll think of it here in a minute.
Supreme leader.
Yeah, supreme leader.
Oh, geez, that's.
Yeah. Supreme leader.
A level down from God, right?
No, I don't think they allow Christianity or any religion actually
in North Korea.
In any communist society like that, because in order for that to have to work, this is going to go back to what we're talking about. In order for that to work, they have to believe that their leader almost has godlike powers. It goes back the same way with the Japanese did with the emperor. They could die, like suicide bomb their plane into a freaking carrier because they were doing it for the emperor, which would give them power on the other side.
That even goes all the way back to Israel when Israel had kings.
Well, I don't know about Israel, but yeah. I'm saying these are like people that are living right now, though. That's how communism works, Yeah. At least Israel is like there's a god of something. Like I don't want to get
Israel doesn't have kings like that anymore, but they did way back before Jesus' time. Jesus got the people out of Israel, and there was no more kings. But
no,
man, the supreme leader. Whoa,
yeah, supreme leader. But no, but that's why like the Japanese died for their emperor. Yeah, in order for communism to work, one of the first things they have to do is kick out any kind of spirituality, right?
Really?
Yeah, you can't believe in anything else. You have to believe that yes, godlike figure. Yeah, and then to make the whole hive mind work, right? Like you're working in this field and you're not eating anything, but you're doing it for the collective. You're doing it for everything else. So they're fucking with your mind that you're no better than anybody else. You're the same, right? And us with free minds and free spirits that get to believe that Donald Trump or Joe Biden or Barack Obama or whatever is not our supreme fucking being leader. And they're just as fucked up as the rest of us.
Yeah,
right?
I don't think.
No. And that's kind of what started to change. Well, that was part of the basis on all of America and why we became and we have been the best place to live for the last 300 years. Whether we got our differences and our wrongs and our rights, but we're not saying, we got to worship George Washington or Benjamin Franklin.
Like no one's our supreme leader.
Yeah, yeah. Our God, our spirit, we believe that there is a higher power that is guiding us through this life. And when they take that away and they make our religion the government or whatever or a person, and then there is no longer a spirit from the universe to get into us, then you will cease to create, to become, to grow. Because and it's not about a collective, it's about an individualism. And all of us having our own individualism, shining the light on our own past is what makes us all great together. And we're not scared of that.
Dude, that's a great one to end on. That's yeah, that's awesome. That was like a borderline political spiritual speech right there.
Mm,
Good for
yeah.
you.
One of those Josh things, I guess, huh?
You have your moments of shining brilliance where the words just flow out like syrup from a bottle. Worm syrup.
Warm syrup. Right. Right. So, well, man, I am super excited to hear more about your new opportunities in front of you.
Yeah.
And
Is
happy that was put
anything new on
in
your
your life
horizon
and
as
that you were
far as
able to see it.
anything new on your horizon as far as business opportunities?
I got some irons in the fire and they're heating up. And
Are you patiently letting them heat?
I'm just hey, they'll be what they'll be. And if these don't work out, it's because I got something else on the horizon.
Dude, that's wisdom right there.
You
All
know,
right, so check this out. Next Thursday, I'm doing my live event, and then the Thursday after that is Christmas. So I'll see you, and the Thursday after that's New Year's. So I will see you on January 8th.
okay.
All the Thursdays just lined up that way.
Wow. I don't know. Let's talk maybe and do like a quick little New Year's one.
Yeah, if you feel so called, reach out to me before New Year's. I'm open to that.
Okay. Yeah, maybe it's not gonna be the whole hour or yeah.
Yeah, I could put together a little 2026 anti resolutions.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that. I don't some
Yeah,
promises
why
made to
make
each other. I don't know what it is. Yeah. We can come up with something.
yeah. And thanks for teaching me about the Supreme Leader. I had no idea. I had a small idea, but I didn't know. But now I know, and it's worse than I thought. All right, man. Big hugs, big loves. Go forth, shine your light, and thanks for sharing your energy and information here. Thank
Yeah.
you. I love you.
All right. Love you too, bro. Talk to you later.
Till next time. Bye.
All right. Out.